He the politician, behind bars entertainment, CCG Network Radio. You are now rocking with the Get Rich Rapping podcast with my mans, Daniel Scott, a.k.a. Esskimo. Don't get mad, get motivated, bitches.
What's good, people? You're tuned in once again for the Get Rich Rapping podcast. Today I'm here with Bear Jokes. He's an artist from London, now living in Scotland. But he's not just an artist, and I need to, make that clear to everyone out there. He's out here doing a lot of different stuff, a lot of stuff that's outside the box, a lot of things that I feel like other artists could learn from and should be doing themselves. So I thought it would be a great idea to bring him in to give you guys some games. So, yeah. What's good, bro?
Big ups. Yeah, big ups for the Esky, bro. Much love, always, brother. Always. It's good.
It's good, man. So I guess the best place to start would be to tell us a little bit more about who and what Bear Jokes is.
Yeah, Bear Jokes, bro. Born again, reclaiming everything. That's the brand right there, man. The name Jokes, that's been my name from day dot. My mum nicknamed me that when I was a kid. Apparently I reminded her from the Joker from the Batman films, one of them ones. Yeah. So I was a little bit wild, but she couldn't help but love me, one of them ones. So, and basically Bear Jokes, it's kind of fresh to be in the brand. It's new because up until 2 years ago, my music name was Joker. Like, that's what I was known as. That's what I repped as. That's what I done my music as. And basically, what happened is I was using this Bands in Town app for shows and booking shows. And what happened is me and another artist with the same name had ended up having a linked Bands in Town account. So what had happened is we both got the call for a show. Basically, I'd done the footwork to get the show, and due to a tiny hiccup, he ended up with a show, and it was a big show. It meant a lot to me. It was supporting Skepta a lot too, so it was going to mean a lot to me. You get me? So basically, after that, it crumbled. He got the show. It weren't one of them. I went to the show. It was one of them. Dropped him a little tweet on Twitter and that. Told him, yo, listen, no hard feelings and that. Sorry for the mix up and that. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board of my thing. You know what I mean? Because he was more established than that. I was like, right, cool, let him run that. So I went back to the drawing board, and then I put the Born Again, Reclaiming Everything right at the start, because I felt like I was back at the start of my journey again. I felt kind of crushed. I felt I was back at day one. I had to start again. So there's no other way of really saying that rather than Born Again, Reclaiming Everything. And as you'll know myself, as you'll know as well, it's like Bear Jokes is a slang term down in London. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of jokes. You know what I mean? It means a lot of. So basically, from that moment on, I made sure I gave people a lot of me. I gave them a lot more of me. I gave them more than I'd given them before. Do you know what I mean? So I made sure that I stuck with the name, and that's the story of Bear Jokes. But that's how I got the name. That's how I got named, and then that's that. And then channel that is just working with the music, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like one of them. Putting in work now and just getting these videos done and getting working on the music videos and getting stuff on the different channels and working with different things and just pushing my brand out there differently. Like I say, giving them a lot of me. That's what it's about, man. That's what the brand's about. It's a lot of, you know what I mean? And smiles as well, man. It's about a brand's about smiles, bro. It's not about all that negative shit. Do you know what I mean? Like we've been. I'm gonna have to speak. I'm speaking like I'm speaking to you. I got to remember there's an audience now as well. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, obviously the people ain't gonna know. I spent a long time on a different side of the road. I was spent a lot of time locked up and shit like that, and spent a lot of time doing negative stuff in my life. That now it's changed so that it's jokes. It's all positive. Everything we're doing is a positive outlook. Even in my music, I won't really rap about all that shit that I used to do. Do you know what I mean? I don't really like talking about it too much. I can do. Do you know when you get heated and that and you just write them bangers? Like I could get gassed on them ones, but I prefer just writing them stories. You know what I mean? Them stories that relate to people, that people can relate to and be inspired by and motivated by, man. And just wake up in the morning, put on that CD and no matter what situation they're in, they're like, right, it's not that bad. We can be all right, you know. And that's in a sense what it's all about, bro. That's what I aim to do every day, is inspire people to not go down that path and have jokes, you know, smile about it, you know. It's all good. We can get over it. We can holler at me, you know what I mean? We can chat about it, you know. Always put up there, I'll speak to the people and that, so, and people holler at me like this, like how you holler at me for one-to-ones and that, like they'll holler at me and just tell me their problems and that, man. I love it, you know what I mean? It's one of them, like, just the odd FaceTime and that, like, from the people, and I hear their stories and they're playing my tunes in the background and that, and tell me how their day's gone and all that sort of stuff. That's what makes it more worth it for me now. Whereas before it was just about the music. It was just music, this rapper, joker that spit bars kind of that had no really direction or no, like, it's just like fucking just put out tracks and see what happens, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it didn't get me anywhere, you know what I mean? It got me to a point where I hit a brick wall and I had to start again, you know. So that's in a sense what it's about, man. It's about you can start again and you can rebuild, and it doesn't matter how many times you need to start again. You can always start again. Like, it doesn't matter. There's always a time to stay right, cool, boom, I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna start again today, because then in 2, 3, 4 years time, boom, you're not at the start again. You know what I mean? You're halfway up that mountain. You know what I mean? Like, you're feeling good.
100%. And one thing that you do that I think is very important, and I think is something a lot of people listening in can learn from, is the importance that you place on the audience and the people who are watching. You know, like, a lot of brands are out there, and just a tip for anyone out there when it comes to branding and stuff, is that people focus on how they look all the time and all those things, but what JOKEZ does is he realizes the import. You don't have a brand if you don't have people watching, you know what I mean?
Nah,
you just you know what I'm saying? So it's all about those people who are watching, and I think the efforts you make to, you know, make sure that the content you make, from the music, from, you know, the live videos you do, from the, you know, the statuses you put out there, the blog posts and things like that, it's all catering to that audience. And like you say, you're out here trying to make people smile, and especially from a place where the people you're trying to reach are people who have been through, you know, shit, have been locked up, have got mental health, have, you know, got these issues in their lives, and you focus it. I think it's about taking a responsibility for a problem that your audience has, you know, and I think that's how you really get people. It's just saying, you know what, life's fucked up for so many people, but I'm going to take responsibility for that and see what I can do to change that. And I think obviously you're doing a great job at that.
Yeah, man, and that goes to say that's like my favorite quote on that as well, is like, be the change you want to see, you know. So it's one of them ones. I always remember where I came from, and it's one of them ones. Life hasn't always been nice. Life hasn't always been sitting here in my studio with fancy iPhones and all that, you know what I mean? And because I've been there, I can distance myself enough to say I'm not going to do that bad shit, but I can't distance myself to say I'm not going to do nothing about the bad shit going on, you know what I mean? Because I ain't no better than people that are going through them struggles, and I know if I can reach out to certain people and they can connect with me, then we've got that. It's all right. I can help them. Like, I'm not gonna say his name, but I got a guy from Newcastle, man. Never met him before in my life. But I spoke to him through Messenger, not even a call or none of that, but just speaking to him. When I first started chatting to him, my guy was sitting in his house self-harming, yeah. And this was a mad message, yeah. One of them ones, yeah. I didn't even know I was gonna reply to it, bro, yeah, because it was heavy. Like, it was heavy, yeah. And I was like, raw. It was about like his girl had left him and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh shit. And right at that moment in time, I had my kids with me, so I had to just put my phone in my pocket, ignore that for a minute, yeah. And then went back an hour later, yeah, and I went into the chat and I just started chatting to myself. Listen, it was like an Eminem stand set up, bro, like, but I managed to catch him because I got the reply, bro. And he started replying and started talking to me, yeah. Long story short, anyway, now 3 months later, he's now settled down, he's got a new girl, he's got a new house, he's just about to go and get a new car, got a job, all this shit they didn't have 3 months ago, yeah. I speak to him every 2 days, 3 days. Nothing even big, not even like a big fucking 2-hour conversation. I'm talking, how's it going? Stick in there. What do you think of this track? Here you go, have a few of my poems from jail and shit. And it got him through. You know what I mean? And see what it is? It's time with branding. Take time on your people, innit? Don't get all gassed up and rely on just posting shit out there and hope that people are gonna like your shit. No, man, connect with your people. If people are liking your shit, go and say thank you to them. Go holler at them. Say, yo, ask them how their day is. Ask them if you can fucking help them with something. Ask them if you could do something for them, or they want some free music even. Do you know what I mean? Like, just be there and then just be a part of their lives. And as soon as you become part of their lives, they become part of your brand. They are your brand. You are them. They are you. And that's it. And it's not even approaching it as a salesman. Cause I don't approach it like that. I approach it as a person. I am a person. I am a human. You know what I mean? All the shit they see on the media, that's all electronic. But I approach them as people. You know, I offer them a call. I'll maybe just randomly hit up their video chat. They'll see their phone blinging and be like, "Bro, Jokes is cool." You know, and I'll just do that. You know, just because why not? Like, why not? I'm just sitting here, so I'll just hit people up, and that's the most important thing for me with a brand and stuff like that is being real and always remembering that. And no matter what, no matter how high I can take this, because I got in my eyes like I want to take this to the stars. I want to take this to the millions, but I want to take that to the millions and do something with it. Like, do something for the communities, do something, put on my own youth centres and my music studios everywhere for the youths to go and use, and the next generation and shit, you know, like, and helping people that are coming out of establishments and setting up my own programs and all that. That's what this brand is constantly going to be about, you know. It's constantly about the people and the music. It relates to that, and that's what I hope people get from my music when they listen to it. It's like, I'm real, I'm just them, you know. It doesn't matter. Like, a lot of people sort of say, yeah, oh, you're doing big, you're massive, and for me, I'm not. I'm just still me. I'm just me doing my thing, just doing my grind, and do you know what I mean? Getting my stuff out there and doing my bit for my communities and my people, and that's it's getting me by, you know. It's just making me be able to fulfill my dream, because that is my dream in a sense. My dream ain't to be jumping about on stage with Tiny Temper, you know what I mean? Like, my dream is to be able to make a change, and people be able to look up to me in a way that, like, isn't the way they looked up to me before as a gang leader and a not nice person that did all that madness, and look up to me as an inspirational character and an actual person that is good, you know, that they tell their mum about, oh yeah, you heard this, tell their kids about, oh, you listen to this, and it's, yeah, that feels good, you know what I mean? It's a good feeling.
Yeah,
and
I think it's important that, like, you know, those little chats that you're having with individual people, right? I think that shit's so important, because it's like people just look at this body of a brand or body of an audience, and they might see maybe they got 100 fans. Just to give an example, they got 100 fans. They're looking at it like it's 100 fans, but it's not. It's 100 individuals.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's 100 different people that you got to go out there and build a relationship. 100 different people that you've got to, you know, cater your content and the things you do to. It's 100 different people that you've got to consistently, all the time, you know, keep with you, right? So whether that's through doing things for, or whether that's, you know, continuing to create better and better content over time. And I think that a lot of people are like, they won't make a move for a fan. You know what I mean? They want 100 fans, they want 1,000 fans, they want 1 million fans, but they don't want one fan. But even if there's 1 million fans, that's 1 million individuals still. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
people should take the time to do that stuff like you're doing.
Yeah, that's it. And as it becomes more difficult as well, do you know, as the numbers become larger, that's where people start forgetting about this stuff. This is where it starts slipping off and being like, I don't have to do that anymore. But that's where you can, obviously, that's where you have things set up. So you make sure that you're constantly messaging them. You make sure you're constantly reaching out to them. Maybe you're not able to do that every day on their inbox at that point, but you're able to set up your marketing. You're able to set up your email system so that you can send these people out an email at least once a week. Just check in on them, and if they do have any issues, they have the opportunity. You're giving them a little reminder to say, I'm here. Holler at me if you need me. 9 times out of 10, they won't. They're cracking on with their day. But that 1 out of 10, that person that comes in, bang, that's not just a supporter, that's a fan. That's someone that will support you and be there for you through your whole journey. And it doesn't matter what you release, they're gonna love what you're doing, because they connect with you. You are them, they are you, and that's it. That's the main focus with it all. And then
But
But
yeah, like I said in the beginning, obviously you're from London, but now you live in Scotland, and Scotland's not a place that's obviously there's a scene within Scotland, and there's artists in Scotland that are big in Scotland, but it's one of those places where outside looking in, there's never really been any big Scottish acts to my knowledge in hip hop. So
nah,
what do you feel like the pros and cons are of making music out of Scotland?
like see the thing is, in the last couple of years, the scene up here has just started to explode. Like it's one of them. A couple of years ago, it wasn't so good. So the pros of making music up here, the pros is that the fact is, like, we're getting to be part of right now. We're getting to be part of a growing scene here. You know, this is we are, like, in a sense, creating history. No, anyone that's doing their thing in the music scene in Scotland right now, we keep this up for a decade, and the scene does pop off in Scotland in the next 10 years massively, we're going to be known as the pioneers of that. We're going to be known as the people who have made that happen. And that means a lot to me, in a sense. I want to be known in that sense when I'm an older, as someone that's like, yeah, you helped pioneer the scene in Scotland, you know, in a country, albeit 8 million people. But there's not many people that can say that, you know. So the few people that are doing it at the minute, and I say few because there's a lot, far too many to name, yeah, but any of them that are even taking the time to listen to this, and all of your peoples, all of your connections, like, because it is expanding. But the cons obviously is that because it is a new genre to Scotland, in a sense, it's hard to get a good, strong following for hip hop. Now, it's if you've got big name on the headline, yeah, you got a big name act that's big in the game, or one of them ones, yeah, boom, you've got a night on. But you try and host a night up here with all Scottish acts, it's not a case that people don't support on social media, but they just don't come to the shows.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You could pack out a small venue, yeah, don't get it twisted, but you try and pack out the O2 with Scottish artists, a Scottish venue, Scott in Glasgow, with Scottish artists. I'm talking the top names in Scottish in the scene right now, the people that are supporting every week, supporting these big names, yeah. You put all of them on a lineup in the O2, it would be, I was going to say embarrassing, but that's the wrong word, but more of like insulting to the scene in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? Where, like, no one, like, it's like they'd come out. Obviously, you'd get a few people there. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, I'm not saying that, but you're not gonna pack it like as if someone from England, Skepta, comes up, or Bugsy comes up. Do you know what I mean? Like, these sort of things are gonna pack venues. You know what I mean? Like, whereas right now, why is there not that for the Scottish rap scene? Whereas Scottish bands can go in and pack out venues. Do you know what I mean? Like, different Scottish cult dance acts will go in and fill nightclubs, but do you get what I mean? It's one of them ones, but it's growing, and that's the good part of it. With the cons, there's pros. You know, with the pros, there's cons. It's not a hip hop focused country. That's all we can say. Hip hop rap, but it's getting there. It's getting there because everyone's starting to put in the work to get it there. You know what I mean? Everyone's doing their freestyles. There's channels popping off now. There's people working hard in the scene. You got artists dropping videos on link-ups and SBTVs and that on the regs. You got artists going viral now. You know what I mean? Like, millions of views and that, which means it's not too far away. You know, like, it's starting to pop off. There's people opening that door and saying, "Yo, we're here." You know, so it's got its pros, it's got its cons. It says everything. Like, see what I do like about it is just, getting to be a pioneer of the scene and getting to be a part of it, man. I just love the music and getting to do that and getting to put my own stamp on it and do my own thing. Yeah. See what I like. My favourite compliment is, like, what is a good thing in Scotland is, like, I don't like rap, but I like what you do. You know what I mean? Like, that's a sick. That's like, right, that's cool. So you don't even like my genre of music, but you're saying you like my tracks. That's cool. So it's kind of, it all weighs itself out, really. You know what I mean? It's all right.
I think stuff does when you got a message in something, right, which you clearly have in your music, and anyone who's got a real message in their music, there's a reason that a lot of hip hop artists can transcend the genre, and it is in that message, I think, and it's in that relatability, and I think that if you put yourself in a box and you just rap about what other rappers rap about, people outside looking in say, "I know that's not my kind of thing." But when you're the kind of artist that is an artist as opposed to being a rapper, I think that that's when people from and when you're doing something different, that's when people who aren't into hip hop do appreciate that stuff, where it's like, oh, this is art. This isn't just some dope track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is someone's story, someone's life, someone's passion.
That's exactly it, man. That's exactly it. And that's exactly what makes the difference, man. People want to hear your story. People want to know, how did you get there? So like for me now, I've got another couple storytelling things I want to do, but then I've got some grimy stuff I want to do as well, but I want to tell my story first so people know how I got to that grimy shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, like, it's a balancing act, but like, I love all that other shit as well, but some of the times it's like, I can't listen because it's just the same shit. Same stuff being said over and over. Man's trapping, man's banging, man's got loads of dough, man's got this. Yeah, cool. But how did you get there? It obviously hasn't always been like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, how did you get there? All right, cool, you're trapping, but how did you grow up? What did you go through? Do you know what I mean? Like, where did you come from? You know what I mean? Like, all that sort of shit. Do you know what I mean? What's your background? Do you know what I mean? Like, and not enough artists are doing that, but there are a few that are doing it, and it's real good. It's real good that they are. And there's a lot of the artists that are coming through at the minute are starting to hit that storytelling vibe. I'm loving that. Not that I don't love bars as well, though. Don't get it twisted. I love that shit, you know what I mean? But to connect with people. Like, for example, well, then I can't say that. That's only because I'm going to use it on a commercial aspect, yeah? I'm going to say, like, someone like Stormzy, right? Because it's new shit that people will know, yeah? Will be like, oh, this character that's sponsored by Adidas, he's fucking this, he's that. But where did he really come from? It's only going to be people that have been listening to Stormzy for years, yeah? They're going to be connected in that way. Yeah. But, like, for new people, how are they really going to know who he is? You know, they're just buying into the hype, you know what I mean? More than
those
into
anthem songs.
Yeah.
Shut ups and they're too big for your boots. And,
man. Yeah. Catchy as fuck. Love that shit. I had that banging in the car yesterday, bro. That was mad. Like, don't anyone. I've had it cranked up,
big for your boots.
Oh, bro. Yeah, come on, yeah. And then bang, I turn it up full blast. Just start dancing in the car, yeah, and there's an old couple was sitting next to me, yeah, just like looking at. I just looked round, yeah, I was like, oh shit, but I just kept going, you know, you just keep going, yeah, like, yeah, but too big for your boot. Alright, bro, they just looking at me like I was mad, like, just spun off of the lights, like, I was like, right, but that tune got me gassed.
I think he's able to make those bangers and get all those people in because he did we know his story now, you know what I mean? Like, I remember watching him on
back to
Behind
the point,
Bars. On Link Up TV back when he was like 16 or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when he was still grimy. Not that he still raps grimy, you know what I mean? But obviously he's living nice now.
Exactly. But you're able to now go and look at the history of that. Do you know what I mean? You're now able to go and say, he's not just come out with that shit. He's actually got a story, you know? So when you do go on, that's back to what I was saying actually, yeah. So when you do go on and check him out, you can go back now and watch a whole catalogue of his story, you know? Yeah. You can see how he's actually got to this and that it is possible if you put in the work, you know what I mean? Stormzy's been working from day. That's why he's one of the richest rappers in the UK right now, you know what I mean? Like, but that hasn't come just from the last 5 videos. That's come from the connection he's made with his people for the last fucking 5 years. Do you know what I mean? Since man was 18 and that, spitting bars and that, you know what I mean? Like, on a real, you know? So, like, that's exactly it. You have to have your story. If you're going to come with that fire shit, yeah, it's all good. But you got to have your story as well. You got to have something to back that up. So that's pretty much what I'm working on at the minute, is coming with that story stuff. And then I'm going to drop some catchy bangers and that later in the year and next year and stuff like that as well. So I'm working on a few collabs at the minute with a few people. So there's a few things in the pipeline for that.
Man.
That kind of wave, but we're getting there.
Absolutely, man. And just to continue with the whole the Scottish scene thing, I think one thing that you do, this is something that I like that you do, is you give people a shot that nobody will give a shot. You know what I mean? Whether it's getting them in to record, whether it's having a conversation with them to, say, hey, bro, you gotta, if you want to do this music thing, you've got to work on this, you've got to be doing these kind of things. And these are people, the rest of the scene are like, oh, nah, I'm not fucking with that type of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, yeah, because, bruv, that's exactly it. That's the thing. Even hearing it aloud, saying it, like, when people are like, yeah, the rest of the scene won't put them on, it's just, that upsets me, man, because it's like, for me, it's not a case of putting them on, yeah? All right, that person might never make it to be something special, yeah? But you could make it to be something special to that person.
Yeah.
And that matters. That matters more than that. This is life, man. We're humans, but we've been so desensitized to shit nowadays, yeah, that we forgot about caring for each other and just being there for each other and just being. If someone looks to you enough, yeah, to ask you for your guidance and help, and you turn around and be a prick and tell them no, fuck, bonfire for you. Like, I swear that that's not even a thing. Like, it's like, how can you can't like, bro, like. It upsets me because it just takes a bit of time, a little bit of your time, and you make that person feel good. That person might support you in return, and that's exactly it. It's just life living, and for me, giving someone a shot, I'm all just giving someone my time, man. It's just I've got time, I've got time. Like, so, if someone wants it and I can help them in some way, then I'm a human being. I'm just gonna say, yeah, I can help you, so I'm gonna help out, And then if someone consistently asks for the help and they're making changes and it's benefiting their brands and they're doing this shit, that makes me feel good. You know what I mean? That's a good feeling. Do you know what I mean? Like, or I could be that guy that's just like, nah, I can't help you. I can't help. Every day, every single day, yeah, my inbox goes someone asking me for advice or something to do with their emailing, asking for something to groups to post in, or every single day of the week. And I'll just drop someone an email, drop someone this, I'll give them some shit. I don't ever ask for nothing in return. You don't ever see me asking for nothing on my page saying, yeah, can you do this for me, or no one's doing this for me, do you know what I mean? I'm bitching and that, do you know what I mean? I'm just like, just doing my thing for everyone. Yeah, that one, boy, you know what I mean? Like, dry your eyes, mate, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like, so I just getting in and just helping people. And the thing is, yeah, helping them helps me. I like what I do. I enjoy music. I enjoy being part of the scene, and being part of the scene means you have to help build a scene. You have to do your bit as such. You have to you can't expect to be part of a growing scene but not do your bit other than spit bars to make it grow. That's not really how it's gonna work. Yeah. But these guys that no one will give a shot to, yeah, maybe I just got a soft spot for certain things, man. One of them ones. I've seen a lot of shit and been through a lot of shit. So if someone hollers at me, I find it hard to say no. I'm like a yes man, you know what I mean? Because if I can, then I will. If I can't, then I can't. It's simple as that. It's one of them. But if someone hits me up and is like, yeah, can I record? And they're like, oh, I ain't really got much money. How much is it? Type shit. I'll just tell them come for free. If I'm chilling in my studio anyway, and this is what I'm doing every day, I could do with a couple hours out. Do you know what I mean? So just to say, yeah, cool, come kick it, record, see how they sound. Because by the end of their session, if I like how they sound or I can tweak it, I might even do a track with them. I might even do you know what I mean? It's all about just constantly. No, I'm not a judgmental person, man. I don't care what someone's been through. I don't care if someone's a shittest rapper or they're not that good. If someone's passionate about it enough and they turn up and they want to come and do some work, then I'm there. Do you know what I mean? It's about passion for me more than skill. Because skill we can work on. Passion's a bit hard. If someone's not passionate about something but they're skilled as fucking it, you know what I mean? You're still not going to get the best job. But if someone's really passionate about something but they're not the best at it, well, you can craft them to do something because they're already passionate about it. They're already passionate. They already want to do that more than anything. They have that in their heart. So you just have to sort of guide them, maybe teach them, coach them, put them in the right direction, and and see them on their way, and that's what it's about, bro, innit?
Yeah, because it makes me think of a time like when I used to MC, and it was when I was younger, and we used to, go to the youth clubs, the ones that had studios and shit. And but
Yeah.
I always remember this one kid, right? And all he wanted to do was be on a track, and because he lived with his nan, and all he wanted to do was show him on a track with the boys to his nan. That's all. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't the most incredible rapper. You know what I mean? He was like everyone else. We had been developing for years, and we had got our flows locked, and we were doing our thing. And he was just kind of around it. But all he wanted to do was show his nan. So it was just like, we always let him on the track, and we knew he wasn't going to try and do anything with music. We knew he wasn't, going to add anything really to the track, but just that idea of how happy he was to go and take that mixed CD, the CD of the mixed track, well, not even mixed, the unmixed version, just to show his nan, you know what I mean? And like, just being able to do that for someone, because we could have just been like, oh, nah, man, you're not really levels for this track. It's going to be a bad look for us or something like that. We're just like,
That's it, man. That's it. Like, and that's exactly what it is about, man. It's because you're human, brother, and that's what it is. Because there's many out there that wouldn't. There's many out there that wouldn't, and that just makes the cycle repeat itself, bro. That's it's letting the cycle repeat itself, and I don't want to really be part of that happening. I want to be the change. So when people see me doing that now, I'm noticing other people are doing that. I'm noticing other people are putting people on. I'm noticing other people giving people opportunities, offering them their time. Is that because of me? Maybe not. Maybe that's just because they had a change of heart and they want to do some shit. But you never know. Yeah, sometimes when you, I see myself as a leader in life. So when you're a leader, you just have to do some shit, and they'll copy or they'll follow. And if not, just keep fucking doing it, because they will eventually. As simple as that. And that's just the way it goes, you know what I mean? As a leader, that's what happens, So the more you help people, the more around you people help people. Before you know it, like I say, that 10 years, we've got a scene that's popping. Everyone's helping everyone. Everyone's working together. And I'll just be glad to be a part of that, man. It'd be nice.
That's it, man. It doesn't take away from you to help other people, you know what I mean? I think people think that, if I help these other people, what if they get rich and successful and I don't? Or some people like to have that power. You know what I mean? Some people like to have that power and just say like, oh no, I ain't doing that for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Because generally speaking, people don't want to see people doing better than themselves. But it doesn't work like that. If you put someone on, and help them, and they become a millionaire, and you've helped them become a millionaire, but that person would have to be an absolute fucking prick, to not bring you in some way. Do you know what I mean? You gotta look at that, The person's obviously gonna bring you in or like put you on in some way. If you've put them on, they're gonna thank you, pat you on your back. Don't worry, you're probably gonna have a couple holidays covered in that, and that should be enough for you. You should be able to sit back, pat him on the back, and say, "Well done, mate." You know what I mean? Well done, good on you. You know what I mean? You smashed it. Well done. And then people gonna look to you. Yo, bro, can you help me get there? Yeah, cool. But now you're in a position where you know how to get someone there. You know how to get someone to 1 million. Because if you're getting someone to 1 million, then you're going to have to know some shit, So you already know you can do that. So then obviously, boom, you become a mentor. You then make that service where people, you're saying, yeah, cool, I'll help you get to 1 million. But we're going to write a contract with do you get what I mean? Like, you can turn that into a service if that's the type of shit you want to try and change it to. So you can still help people. And you don't have to do it for free. You know what I mean?
For real.
So... man. It's one of them ones you can always be helping, but if you're a very good helper, well then, do you know what I mean? Like that opens more opportunities for you. It's not about, he's gonna do really good. You should want him to do really good, so then more people are looking to you. Do you know what I mean? It's like what? It's like it's mad, but that's exactly the way people think. You know what I mean? It's like, it's mad. It's crazy, bro.
If you look at the most successful people, man, that's all they do is bring people through. You know what I mean? You got Akon brought French Montana, T-Pain.
Yep.
Diddy brought how many people? Jay-Z, 50 brought how many people? Look, these are the rich ones, you know what I mean? Like,
look at what fucking Drake's doing right now.
Just going
Drake's
to different
bringing
countries.
Everyone. But he's on about like putting everyone on in America. He's just sorted out like Dave and AJ Tracy's tour and all that sort of shit. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna start taking the scene over there, even like that. Because like, to be honest, like I've always liked Drake's music, but as a person, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't really like him, but like, it's just like, yeah, one of them ones. Like, then see, like when he come and done all this new shit, he's putting people on and that. I'm like, do you know what? I rate that. I like that. I can't say no. He's putting gigs on stage with him, section boys, fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, all sorts of shit, man. He's going on militant, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, it's all good. So that's what, and that's a leader, you know. He's showing people, yo, put people on, help people out. You know what I mean? And maybe more will follow and copy him before long. Another 10 years, the UK scene is popping off tenfold in the next countries in America and that. Do you know what I mean? Where the scene's rife, you know what I mean? Like that's where you really need your music to be popping if you want to get the proper paper, you know what I mean? So, well,
it's way over.
Yeah. But they all work together, man, and that's what it's about, man. It's putting everyone on and helping each other, working together. But we can only do what we can do, bro, innit? You know, there's not too many people like us out here, bro, you know?
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, man.
But I, obviously at the start I was saying about like it's not just music with what you do like a lot of other things. But what are some things that you do outside of music that contribute to, you know, being able to do what you do with music and to be able to do whatever you want to do?
Well, for me, basically, bro, other than the music, it's all down to like, I've got a list of shit like that. I'm just like, rah, cool. So like, basically from helping people out, designing pictures, designing websites. I do website design as well. My branding, like my merchandise is up there, the top thing that I'm working away at and making sure that I'm selling my t-shirts every week and people are buying that, you know. Putting in work, it's just, where do I start?
I know you got so much going on. Every week I swear you're like, oh, I've just started this new thing, got this new venture going on. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So I like the idea of like businesses, man. I stopped playing computer games, and that's pretty much how it started for me to really go hard with this. I stopped playing computer games, because it's something that someone said to me, calculated the amount of lifetime you spend playing it if you calculated how much time you played it for a week. One of them shits, yeah. And it worked out that I was spending about a quarter of my life here going to be playing a computer. I was like, nah, fuck this. So I got into website design and made that my computer game. So now building websites and starting new businesses is my computer games. So when I complete a computer game, I start getting paid. Get me? So like, as soon as the computer game's finished, I can send out a little email blast, boom, and start making dough off my computer game. It's sick, you know what I mean? Like, and I can just update my computer game and do all that sort of shit to it and just love it. And then my mates are asking me, oh, how are you playing Call of Duty? And I'm like, no, I made like 500 quid off my website last week. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're like, what? How can I do that? What the best advice I always give them as well is always try and tell them, why do you not like video your gameplay and that, and like do all that sort of shit. None of them have listened to me, man, not one. And if any of them are listening right now, what the fuck, man, come on now, I'm telling you, make dough for yourself, like, do you know what I mean? Like, but don't want it. They don't want to get paid, man. They just want to get, they get on PlayStations now, trophies.
Because I swear, man, there's so many YouTubers out there as well that are getting like KSI, for example. He built all his shit off FIFA 10. You know what I mean? We're talking 2010, just streaming videos and editing them and putting funny shit in. And now that dude's got 13 million something subscribers, maybe even more now. You know what I'm saying? He's getting paid millions a year just to go on his computer and stream it and then make some videos where he's just acting a fool on camera. You know what I'm saying? And he just, and then one day he just decided, you know what? I'm gonna be a rapper. And what did he do? He brings out a fucking single and knocks Adele out of the fucking charts. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. It's mad, bro. Like, that's exactly it. And that's even just hearing it back is like, fuck it, hell. It's mad. And that's it. It's just constantly doing something, and you have to always be doing something. So it'd be hard for me to like start running off businesses and shit, because it's just all, I've got things everywhere, bro. But it's about always having something. There's always, like, even down to a minibus business, you know. I've got a minibus company. I've got a minibus running around to events and shit. It helps me pay for my music videos and stuff, you know what I mean? It's not about just relying on one source of income, you know. Release a CD and let's hope that we get loads of downloads on iTunes. I was like, fuck that. I released an album, dropped it as a free mixtape, told people download it free, but you can buy a hard copy if you want to. Sold out like a few hundred copies at a tenner a pop. Do you know what I mean? Like, I give it away for free. I didn't even expect to make any dough off it. I was like, yeah, like, have it. You know what I mean? Bang. So and yeah, bro. I kind of got lost where I was with that one.
Right. Well, it reminds me of that thing Nipsey Hussle did when he brought out the $100 mixtape.
Yeah,
but you can download it for free. I mean, we still charging you $100, and people were like, "Yeah, I'm a big fan of Nipsey." Obviously, there was more in it. He had like tickets to an event. He had a T-shirt from his clothing line and some other stuff. You know what I mean? But it was you still could have got that for free if you wanted to. You know what I mean? The mixtape at least. And I think people don't pay for the music anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like they can just go get Spotify. And they can pay you like 20 quid a month or whatever, or 10 quid a month, and just listen to every tune ever released by any artist they want to. It's a hard sell to try and sell off the music, but it's about that brand and those relationships, man.
That's it, bro. 100%, man. It's about your brand, because that's a really important thing for me, is my brand. I really want to like launch a clothing line. That's like, I'm really looking into it. I'm talking with different fashion designers at the moment, which has been going on a little bit longer than I'd like it to. You know, I'm very, very impatient. I like getting things done right away, but some of these things take time. But that's my end goal. You know, my end goal. I want to make the music. I'm enjoying the music, but my music, I do that because I enjoy it. You know, I want to do music for fun, for money. You know. I want my brand, my logo, I want that to be on tracksuits and t-shirts and hats and gloves and socks and fucking lingerie. I don't give a fuck. Put it on everything. Like, let's do it. You know what I mean? I want a whole shop bare jokes. Like, do you know what I mean? You go in there, it's just all clothes. You know what I mean? Tunes playing. Like, that's it. So you gotta have different visions. You gotta have different outlooks. Otherwise, if you channel it all into one, then you're pretty fucked. But there's no other way to say it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I remember a conversation we had recently where you said something along the lines of you didn't want to be 40, still trying to make it as a rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
And you wanted to branch into fashion, you wanted to branch in. And a good example is like Kanye West. You know what I mean? Love him or hate him, you know, he sees the big picture and like, right, I've only got a few years left of this music, so let me start. And even Jay-Z, you look at Jay-Z, he's not bringing out an album anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the things that you do around the brand, you know what I mean? And money, if people want to run away from the fact that you need money to do this, that's fine, you do that, but you are going to be that 40-year-old still trying to make it as a rapper, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
It's bigger than just making some tunes. I think it's important to make music that you love to make, and you make music because you love to make it. I don't think that's where the money is anymore. Making music now is to shed light on the other stuff you're doing. So if a big name artist releases music, it's to keep their brand in the spotlight and to get them their interviews where they can sit down and say, oh yeah, the album's out or whatever, you can get that wherever, but you know, we got the clothing line coming, we got the new vodka coming, we've got this service coming, we've got this company being launched and stuff, and that's what like the big money making artists are doing, is they're making this music to have a platform to go on like your breakfast clubs and other stuff, just to talk about all their ventures and shit.
100%. And like even down to the UK artists and stuff like that, they're doing it. In a sense, it's their sponsors and stuff, you know? Yeah. They're making the music. Their sponsors are wanting, listen, get these videos done. We'll pay you bare dough, do you know what I mean? Like, rappers are getting rich off of sponsors right now. And that's something that people are sleeping on ever so slightly, do you know what I mean? Like, someone said to me the other day, oh yeah, I wouldn't get a sponsor. I was like, did you ask? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, you're definitely not going to get one. Do you know what I mean? Like, she was one of them ones like, you're 1,000,000% secured yourself a chance of not getting one because you haven't even asked. You know what I mean? See, these sponsors right now, they're screaming out for people. I'm reading shit every day, and it's making me king. But It's hard for me, yeah, because I don't want to sell out like that. I want my brand to be the brand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know there's money in sponsors. I know I could hit up sponsors and say, yo, listen, would you sponsor my video? I know I'm going to have to wear their brands. I'm going to have to wear their logos. But would I do it for the money? No, because I want my brand to be that brand, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I've
You
got that
sell
vision.
your own brand off your back.
Yeah,
as opposed to,
that's it.
Right,
So that's what I'm
the best
doing.
storms he's made Adidas, I'm kidding. I bet.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, bro. Every single roadman and his grand's wearing fucking Adidas shit, bro. You know what I mean? Well, even grandma's got that on lock, bro. Fucking going down the shop telling my man, shut up, yeah.
Get way too big for your boots.
Right, bro, he's killing it though. He's killing it, bro. He's killing it. I love all his videos. I see what I love about what he did the other day, driving around, giving everyone free trainers and that, bro. That was sick. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Just driving around in a whip, man, just pulling up. Yeah, you got my CD on your phone? Bang. Choose your trainers, bro. I was like, "Aye, bro, that's a move, bro. I love that, bro. That made reignited. Like, I'm a fan. You know, one of them ones. I'm a fan. I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm feeling, bro. It's sick. You know what I mean? That's one of them ones. That's cool.
Yeah. But imagine if he was sporting his own brand and he was making those sales that he's giving Adidas.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
This is exactly. This is back to where we're saying. It's like, so what happens now after the music? So I'm like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a position now, like after Adidas, like, yeah, that's done. Music's done. Where's Stormzy's brand? Do you know what I mean? Like, what am I buying? What am I gonna buy? You know, that's what I'm looking at.
He might get 50 grand off them, but if he did his own thing, he might have made 200 grand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, bro. So it's one of them ones, and it's more if he did his own thing, it wouldn't just be that; it'd be that forever. Yeah. As long as he did his right marketing, you know what I mean? He did that shit, he keeps that brand alive. That's it. That's a forever thing. Because once the brands and that get bored and that, what's next? That's a question. But Stormzy's a smart motherfucker. I imagine he's got shit in the pipeline. Like, yeah, of course. He's killing it. Yeah, I mean, man got like 4 million views in 3 days or some shit. But I'm like, raw. It's just flying, bro. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, bro. But he needs to get that branding on lock. We need some Stormzy garms because, bro, I'll buy that. You know what I mean? I'll buy that shit, bro. I mean, definitely.
100%, man. But with marketing, right? What is it that? What are some things that you make sure that you're always doing when it comes to marketing? What you do?
Make sure I'm always doing. Making sure that I'm always on point. I know that doesn't really sum up a lot, but making sure I'm always on point with everything I do. I'm always the best me that I can be at all times.
Self-awareness.
Right? That's a lot of self-awareness, and that's down to the things you post, down to the way you act, down to the type of things you create. It's about creating feeling. So I'm always trying to create that feeling of either inspiring or leading or understanding. I'm always trying to create something that lets people know that I'm on their level and I'm with them. Do you know what I mean? I'm always trying to make sure that I've got. It's kind of hard to explain, like, when I'm just like kind of just thinking about it. But like, I'm just trying to make sure I always put myself in the right places at the right times and with the right approach. You know, I'm making sure that approaching things as a brand and remembering my brand with everything that I do. Do you know? It's not just a case of like, right, I can do my brand today and then tomorrow I'm gonna have a relapse. Yeah. Man's gonna go sick and just start going on the militant on all my media channels, putting up bare madness. My next music video is gonna be some fucking next level Eminem shit where I'm talking about kidnapping my ex and no. Do you know what I mean? You need the consistency. It has to be everyday shit. You know, it has to be constantly speaking your message, constantly doing it on all your platforms. You know, you have your main one. You have your main one that you focus on, that you do your main promo, but you gotta make sure you keep that up across all boards. You know, you can't be all good on this one and then a madman on the next one. on it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta make sure everything's just running fluently and consistently, coinciding with each other, and making sure you're always learning. That's the one thing I'm always doing, bro, is learning, man. Every single day is learning. And when I learn it, I apply it. And then from that, I'll find something else to do. And then with everything that I apply, I'll find new ways of doing it every time I go to do it, because I've always learned something new, you know? So it's like, in a sense, like even down to basic graphic design and stuff. A couple of weeks ago, I couldn't do nothing, like nothing. I felt useless, man. I couldn't even get my logo on a picture, and it was like one of them ones, and it was just such a difficult mess for me. So I literally took a few days out. I said, you know what, I'm not going to write any bars. I'm not going to do anything for nothing at all. I'm going to learn this shit inside out, outside in, and I'm to the point where I'm inside out. I'm nowhere near outside in at the minute. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I'm learning, and things are just starting to come together, and my pictures are starting to reach good audiences, and I'm learning every time I'm doing it, better ways of doing shit, and that's exactly it. Just constantly learning, and then letting people know what you're learning, letting people know what you're doing, letting people know all this shit, because then they look to you for that. What we was talking about earlier, for that guidance and that help. They look to you as that person that knows what the fuck they're talking about. Do you know what I mean? Because he's doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah.
100%, man. And I think that self-awareness is such it's missing in so many people. Self-awareness, you know what I mean? And I think it's one of the most important things as a person you need is self-awareness, to know when you're doing wrong, but to know when you're doing right too, and know when you're out of order, but know when you're you know, on point and you're right about something, and knowing when you're looking a certain way, like kind of unwritten rules. It's almost like a common sense thing, you know what I mean? Where you know, if you know, there's a lot of people out there that have got like ass quality music or something, like they recorded it in a whack way with like tags in the beats and everything, but they're still like going around like, oh yeah, my shit's fire. Well, no, it's not. You got to know that, right? Okay, this isn't where I need it to be, and not even just music, just the presentation and everything. It's just, you know, taking that time to reflect and thinking. My thing is, I don't think people really know themselves.
No,
you know what I mean? Because I think if they really, I think anyone, you can recognize someone who knows himself because they're succeeding.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's exactly it, man. Like 100%, bro, 100%. And that's yeah, that just sums it up exactly, man. Like people just, they forget themselves sometimes, man. Just get a bit gassed and that, but yeah, you just have to let them do what they're doing, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's difficult, innit? Them sort of ones you just like scratch your head with, and you're like, all right, cool. What do I even do here? You know what I mean? How could I try and influence this person that is like just bare hard-headed? You know what I mean? Just like, oh, cool. But give it a try anyway. You know what I mean? You never know what can come of it. Do you know what I mean? But that's it.
Everyone learns in the end, man. So, what are some things that you recommend people can do to get themselves out there some more?
Recommend learn, constantly learn. Like that's it. Like use YouTube, innit? Like it's not just a fucking, do you know what I mean? It's not just a thing to go and check out your latest fucking music video. Go and actually type it in social media trends for 2017. How about that? I'm giving you a title right there, you know. Give that to the people, you know. Type that in and see how that could help you with your music. Learn what things are changing. I could tell you something this week, next week, it's irrelevant because times are changing. Go with the times. Make sure you're fully aware of all the things that are going on, all the Facebook changes, when you're able to do new stuff for your Facebook page. For example, I just changed the button on my musician page on Facebook the other day. I changed it to a watch video, and I put a sponsored post on it, and just to see how it went, because I never, before I had it to sign up, that's what it was before, you could sign up and be on my email list, which wasn't getting too many hits. Changed it to watch video, put some sponsored post on it, and bang, within like a day or two, it's like over 400 people hit like on it. My YouTube videos plays had like couple hundred plays in the last 48 hours, but it just slowed down recently. You know, everything had all slowed down, and doing this one thing that I'd learned, that it just popped up that, yeah, like to do this and how to do it and get YouTube over in your tabs and do that. Within a couple of days, my plays have gone up. It's like plus 35%, and these are going up. Every time I go on it, it's going up and up and up. And there's a few other things that I've done alongside that. And I'd recommend people to use vidIQ. That's one tip that I could give out. It's vidIQ, vidIQ.com. That'll let you see all your YouTube stats and tags and some interesting stuff. Go and watch a video about it on YouTube. That's a big tip. Yeah. But other than that, consistency and I just can't express, man. Learning, you can't. That's the biggest thing about going forward, is learning. Don't think you know everything. If you know everything, you're going nowhere. Do you know? If you know everything, you're gonna sit there telling me you know everything. You know everything you need to know. That's why you're sitting telling me it. Do you know what I mean? That's why you're sitting telling me that you know everything. Because me, bro, I ain't above no one, but I'm on the bottom with everyone else trying to work my way through, bro. You know what I mean? So if you're telling me that you know everything, the chances are you don't.
You could be the person in the world who knows the most out of everyone, and there's still more that you don't know than you do.
Exactly, man.
You know what
exactly, I mean? Bro. Exactly. Could still know more. Still know more. You know what I mean? You can still flip that money and still flip that knowledge. And that's exactly it. Flip your knowledge, man. If you're trying to flip your money, flip your knowledge. You know what I mean? Double up in knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, that might even cost you a little bit of money to get that knowledge. But once you've got that, it's an investment. Because once you got it, don't go. It's just in your head. You know that shit. You know what I mean? Knowledge is just as important as the dough, you know?
Yeah, because everything I have today, man, is built off the back of one single action that I did, and I was go onto Google and type in how to market yourself, and then I went into the rabbit hole from there. You know,
yeah,
man. I was
man.
like, oh, look at all this information here. This is linking to there. Or how to brand yourself. Let me look at that. How to do this, how to do that. And then, like, everything I built is just knowledge and applying it. You know
Yeah, man. That's it. And that's it. That's all you're always giving out, bro. And all your videos, but it's always just stuff to learn as well. So that's exactly what it's about, man. That's why it's good to watch, bro. You know, you're always learning something, always something new. And even if it's not a case of a learning thing, it's always a thinking exercise when I watch your videos, man. You know what I mean? It always makes you think. Yeah. You know, it's always direct, and it's like, even if I don't see relevance about me, each one teach one, innit? Do you know what I mean? If I hear something in your video and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, I'll maybe go and tell that shit to someone that day. I'll share it, you know what I mean? Or I'll have someone in mind and I'll go and send that direct to the inbox. Yo, bro, have a little watch of this. Do you know what I mean? So it's always about, man, always about learning. And that's the best way to get yourself out there. Because I can't really say the best ways because I'm still learning. I don't know the best ways, you know. Like I'm still trying. I'm not gonna say struggling, because now my brand and my music and all these other avenues that I now created now make it not so much of a struggle. I can do this and enjoy to do it. But don't get it twisted. I'm not at a retirement stage yet, and that's where we all want to get to. We all want to be able to say, yo, listen, we chased our dreams and we can retire off it at a young age, you know what I mean? And invest into our brands and properties and go and buy 100 houses, you know what I mean? Like, and have our whole fucking estate agents working for you, you know? That's where it's at, you know? That's what we got to figure the top, but we got to always be learning, otherwise we ain't never going to get there. And I'm always learning. I'm looking to learn every day. If someone wants to teach me some shit, holler at me. Yeah, I mean, like, it's one of them. Like, always open to try and learn this, you know. It's always something new every day. If you type that same subject title into YouTube every day, there'll be a new video, there'll be a new site. But as soon as I get off of here, I'll be learning a few bits this morning about embedding subscribe buttons into your website. So I'm going to go and chuck a couple on my website and work out how to do that. What else did I find out this morning? My email automation, just having another little play around with that, you know. Set up a few, and I kind of slept on it. I kind of left it, and I was like, right, cool, just doing this thing. I was signed in, and I was like, oh, I can't see how that's getting on. I couldn't believe it, bro. It's like bare opens, like loads of clicks and all this sort of shit. And I'm like, bro, I didn't even remember I'd set that up. Do you know one of them ones? Like, you set up your email system and you're like, forget about it, and then you go back and it's just banging. So I'm gonna go in and set up a few more bits and bobs and make sure that I've got that game on lock a bit more, because I get distracted really easy, bro. So like, because I got 3 screens in front of me, so like if I got different stuff going on, I can start there, that's it. Before long I'm learning on one screen, doing on one screen, chatting on one screen, speaking on the phone, fucking it's all going on. It's just mad.
Yeah, but I feel you, man, but you're in the middle of that chaos, man, and that's where it's at.
It has to be chaos, bro.
If life is comfy, you ain't pushing, man. You gotta test yourself, man. And I guess just to go back to, like, you know, what you said with the videos I make that you know, even if it's not a how-to, is an exercise thing. I really like to, like, I do my videos on, right, this is what you need to do and how-tos and stuff, but I also like to test people with my videos, man. I try and make them feel like I'm talking to them and saying, what you're doing ain't working, what you're gonna do if it's not gonna continue working, you know, and really, you gotta be in that chaos where, like, I'm not confident in everything I'm doing all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting there like, yeah, life is sweet, life is easy. I'm like, oh man, I gotta maintain this, I gotta speak to this person, I got 7 consultations this week. Oh fuck, who said shit? I didn't write that down. Someone said I'm meant to be doing something with someone today. What is it? Oh shit, you know what I mean? That kind of chaos where you're almost biting off more than you can chew, but that's where you gotta level up into this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly it, and you have to, like, that's bite off more than you can chew is exactly what you have to do. Do you know, like, that sums it up perfectly. If you want to do it in the music and you actually wanna make it, bite off more than you can chew, make mistakes, learn from them, and keep going. Don't stop. You make the mistake in the morning, you pick yourself back up and you get going that evening. No, it's not a thing. By the next day, you already got the ball rolling. You know, it has to be chaos. It's like from 8 in the morning. I work from home, my home studio. I am here. You know what I mean? I step out of bed. I'm in the studio from the morning till night. Unless I got my kids, this is where I'm at. Unless there's something big on that I really want to do, I'm here. Like, this is it. Like, there's no, all right, we'll go around, see our mates, and we'll go and do this, we'll go and do that. Okay, yeah, cool. Go do something sometimes, but I'm talking maybe once a month. You know what I mean? There's no 10-hour job around here. You're talking 18 hours a day. You're sitting in front of your screens making sure you got shit. And then you might fit in a few hours to write bars as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously you got to keep the bars flowing, but hopefully you're at a stage where you can write a track in a few hours, do you know what I mean? And then if you start fitting everything in, do you know what I mean? It's all right. But it has to be chaotic. It has to be, otherwise you're not doing it right. And that's the case. If you've got nothing to do, if you're trying to do this thing and you tell them, oh, I've got nothing to do today, I can't. There's not even an answer for that. I just laugh. I just sit back and hold my belly and just like, fucking hell. Like, you got nothing to do today. So what are you gonna do? I was gonna play Xbox. Yeah. You know. Or when I see like spits and that, obviously like I'm fucking down for like people that do stuff in their spare time and that. But when I see like a lot of rappers posting on Facebook, oh, what's people's fucking Xbox gamer tags and all this sort of shit, I'm like, raw, like, you've got way too much time on your hands, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wish, you know what I mean? I wish I had that kind of time.
And then they got the cheek to complain about not getting somewhere. Or the cheek to complain like they ain't got time to do shit. Yeah, you do, bro. You need to put down the pad.
Yeah. Okay. No one's supporting me. No one's sharing my videos. No one likes my music. Anyone gone on the Xbox? It's like, whoa. Like, fuck. Yeah, that's gonna work. You just play your fucking tracks in the background or some shit.
For real, man. I can't remember the last time I was bored. You know what I mean? There's been plenty of times where I've wanted to do something else other than what I'm doing right now. But I can't remember the last time I was like, oh man, I can't think of anything to do.
Like, never. Man, I was incarcerated, bruv. You're talking 8 years ago. Do you know what I mean? That's the realness, you know? That's the real, bruv. Like, I can't. I hate that term when people say I'm bored, man. I don't like, because I've been bored. I've been really bored, you know. So like, to be out here with so many windows of opportunity at my fingertips every single second of every day, to say I'm bored, I don't know, man. It's insulting to the people that are bored. You know what I mean? 3 of my brothers were in lockdown as well. One of them ones. But yeah.
Shout out the man on the wing.
Yeah, bro, man on the wing. Get everybody out, bro. Summer's 2017, bro. Everyone's out, hopefully. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, back to the music. Just have to give them a shout out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, got to.
We're talking about boredom, you know? Fuck that. No time, bro.
It's really, it's very ungrateful, you know what I mean, to waste time, I think. It's very, like, the one thing we know for sure, 100%, is we've only got limited time, you know what I mean? We're all gonna die, that's one thing we know for sure. And I think it's the only thing we can all agree on in life is, shit, like, we need to breathe oxygen, and we're gonna die one day, you know what I mean?
Fact.
And knowing that you're gonna die one day, for you to waste a second, man, it's different if it's something you're enjoying doing, like, if you're working and you're taking time off and you think, you know what, say for example where you say, right, I'm gonna, instead of working today, because you could easily, when your kids come over, you could be like, oh, you're CBBS, watch that, I'm gonna be in the studio type of thing, be like, no, I want to take the kids out, I want to go and do this, you know what I mean? So that's something that's fulfilling for your life and gives you more purpose.
Oh, bro, like, my kids, without the kids I wouldn't do this, bro, and that's the realness. Like, without my kids, like, I would not do this. And the reason I say that is because before my son come along, he's 5 now, so he took it a long time ago, I started coming back down my path again. Do you know? I started getting distracted. Freedom wasn't enough for me anymore. Do you know what I mean? I was starting to like do bits and bobs that I shouldn't have been doing that could have led me back in prison, you know? Yeah. So my son come along and it made me stop everything. So I valued every second with him, you know, every second. Like, I never missed like a day with my son. Things ain't never work out too good with me and his mum, you know? But I never missed a moment with my son. I never missed anything, you know? I made sure every contact day, it's not one day I've ever missed. And when I'm with him, like I always say, man, that's how a child spells love, bro, you know what I mean? Time, you know? That's it. Give them your time, that's it. They don't care about what you can buy for them and where you can take them and all that fancy shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, they just care about your time that you can spend with them, you know? And that's it. Like, I asked my little man, where do you want to go in the world, I said, Daddy wants to take you on a holiday. You can go anywhere in the world you want. Yeah, we can go Disneyland, we could go anywhere. No, he said he wants to go Blackpool. But he'd like it to be just me and him, so he could have some one-to-one time, and we can go on all the rides and shit. Do you know what I mean? I was like, that's cute, man. I was like, that's happening. Like, I was like, that's not even a thing. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take him down there next month, like that. Just kind of have a little treat with him. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, one of them ones, man. Like, when I got my kids, I am their time at that point. They don't have to miss out for me. They miss out enough for me working when I'm not with them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when I'm with them, that time encourages everything that I do, because then when they're away, I just think about, I want to build a life for them. This ain't about building a life for me, man. Like, my life is my life. I'm already, if I'm lucky, I'm halfway through my life. Do you know what I mean? If I'm not lucky, I've maybe not got that much longer. Not that in a morbid way, do you know what I mean? But
that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Like, life hits you at some point, you know what I mean? You're like, right, do you know what I mean? It's going to run out, you know what I mean? But them, they're babies, you know? So the way I want to see it is when they're 18, I want to be able to give them a life that I didn't get given. And I'm not saying my mum and dad, they give me all they had. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's not one of them. I'm not saying I went without as a kid. It weren't. You know what I mean? Sometimes we went without. Sometimes we had it good. You know what I mean? It depends on what kind of music my dad was making that week. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. So with my kids, I want to be able to give them everything. I want to be able to sign over the brand. My little man's got my name. So in his eyes, it's quite funny, because everything I own, he'll tell you, it's his, because it's his name that's on it, because he's got the same name as me, So everything I own is his, and that's in a sense the way I want it to be, but I want to have something to actually say, here, this is for you. So when all that time that I missed with you when you was younger was building this life, you know, that you're older, do you know what I mean? And then boom, that's it. It's about that, man. You got to leave a legacy. Like, it's important for me in life, because I fucked up mine. I fucked up my chance, you know what I mean? But I'm fixing it now, but I'm talking about my youth and, do you know all that shit? I spent a long time locked away and gone through different shit. So I want to just make sure that they never go through that. They never experience that. They don't see animosity or none of that sort of shit in life. Just live good, bro. You know. So and that's all time, man. How it boils down to time. And that's one thing. That's one thing I always preach a lot, man. Is about parenting, man. And just love your kids, man. Just love them. Like everyone says, just love their kids, man. Like, and not in just a way, I love them, and then call them a little bastard and slap them around the back of the head. Sort of love them, you know what I mean? I mean, fucking love them, man. You know what I mean? Like, don't talk to them like that. Don't swear at them. You know what I mean? Treat them nice. You know what I mean? Like, my kids will tell you straight. I ain't never swear at my kids. Never even dream of raising my hand to my child. You mad? Like one of them ones. Never. They never seen like that angry type thing. No, you know, one of them ones like. They don't know that life. They don't know about that. You know what I mean? And what have I got from it? 2 amazing kids that I ain't got no problem with. Do you know what I mean? Like, just awesome. You know what I mean? They're just wicked. They're just good, friendly, polite, respectful children. Do you know what I mean? And that's time. That's all it takes, man.
Yeah, I think like that's ideally what you want to get to a point where at the end of this all, when you've done everything you can do with your time, you want to pass the torch.
That's
you don't want to see all your work. Like, there's a lot of people out there that are lonely, that are maybe they've even got kids, but they're not like sort of priming them ready to be a success themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they get to the end of life and they've got no one really to pass the baton to. So everything they work for all those, their whole life, you know, just disappears when they disappear. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. That's exactly it, and that's a sad story, you know. And that's kind of one of my main focuses in life, is just making sure that story carries on forever. You know what I mean? That we can make sure that we can cover all angles. You know, like one of the other things I want to do is release my poetry book and stuff like that, and start getting into book publishing, and maybe even make a movie on some of the shit, some of my life. You know what I mean? Like, and it's all stuff that I want the kids to carry on with, and I'm not just gonna silver spoon them. You know what I mean? It's not one of them. It's not a case of they're just gonna have it all, but they're gonna have good work ethics. When little man's 18, I want to be able to hand him a business and teach him how to run it. You know, obviously leave a manager in place type thing, but you show him how to run this business. He owns that business, but he needs to be taught it, and then do you know what I mean? He'll earn a wage until he's in a position to say, yeah, he owns the full company and all its fucking entities. You know what I mean? Like, always got to be about that, and it's not about just giving them. You know, you got to teach them as well. You got to teach them, otherwise there's no point in giving them, because it's not gonna change anything in the world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man. I think if people did that more, I'd be less worried about the next few generations coming up, you know?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. But I think we might be all right, you know? I think we might be all right. I think the last generation kind of fucked it a little bit. Yeah. And I think the mad drug epidemics and that. Yeah, but I think the media have kind of scared enough people away from drugs now. Yeah. So, like, there's not really, there's a scene for it, don't get twisted, but it's not as massive as it was 70s, 80s, 90s type shit, you know what I mean? Like, as a culture, drugs was a culture back then, whereas now it's not really part of that, and the kids are getting more taught a bit better and stuff about certain shit, so they might not take the same path, you know? And the good thing is, as well, down in London and stuff, like, the kids ain't doing the gang shit as much, because it's now all coming together for the music and stuff. They've now got the music to bring them all together. Yeah, man, and that's great how in all of that it stems back to the music, because music is bringing everyone together and making the next generation. I think music is gonna change the next generation. You know, it is definitely gonna change and have a massive, not change, it's gonna have a massive influence on the next generation for sure, because it's gonna be. It's in a sense, TVs are dying out for kids nowadays. You know what I mean? Yeah. TVs are dying out. They're all on YouTube. They're all checking out latest videos and sharing it with their friends and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? It's only not long before they grow up and they're the change. You know, maybe they teach their kids to play better. You never know that, brother. It might just be fucking carnage. The Russians might blow us up next week and it fucking starts kicking off. Yeah.
I think that's what I love about the internet, man. I think just that it gives everyone a level playing ground. It's like, okay, you might not be the the smartest person. You might not be the most academic person. Like that, they're things that you needed to be a success back in the day. You know, unless you were doing something with your hands, so to speak, like you know, building a construction business and that kind of thing. But now, kids, if kids like Pokemon cards, they can start a fucking Pokemon website, Pokemon YouTube.
Exactly, man.
Pokemon.
Kids are getting rich. Yeah. Kids are getting rich, bro. Kids are getting rich.
Who's that?
Yeah,
DJ Khaled's got this guy. I think his name's Ben. This kid. I think he's like 16, and he sells. He's good at getting exclusive trainers. Yeah. So as soon as something comes out, he's got it, and he tucks it away and he hides it, and then he lets some time go by, and then all of a sudden he's got this pair of shoes that are worth 30 grand. You know what I mean? And he's rolling with DJ Khaled. He's supplying all the celebrities with the new Jordans, with everything. You know what I mean? This kid's not even. He either just got out of high school or he's in his last year or some shit like that. You know?
It's crazy, bro. And them stories there show you that anything is possible, man. Yeah. Anything. And the thing is, nowadays it stems back to YouTube. YouTube is your tutor. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. Like it's. Oh, you could just learn anything you want to be. You can learn anything. Like, even going back a few summers now, like, I never knew how to do anything with motorbikes except ride them. And then one year, I had to keep putting my motorbike in to get it fixed because I was doing a lot of off-road motorbike riding, crosses and that, yeah. So I just have to keep putting it in to get engines rebuilt and all that. And one day I was like, do you know what? It can't be fucking out. They do it in a day. Obviously, you need the right tools and whatnot. It makes it a bit easier. But I went on YouTube to see how you do it at home. And before long, it took me 4 days to do it, right? And I rebuilt my whole engine on my bike running. Everybody in my scheme, yeah, in my estate, all of them, every time their bikes broke, yeah, in that whole summer was in my back garden. I had about 15 bikes in my back garden, no joke, yeah. Everyone's bikes all lined up, right? Bang, fixing this, doing that, putting this on, putting that on. But I didn't know how to do half of the jobs that they brought me. But every time they brought me something, I'd just go on YouTube, learn how to do it real quick, tell them the parts they needed, bang. Fix it for them, no worries. It cost them less, yeah, to buy me the tools and the parts that they needed and to get their bike fixed, you know what I mean, rather than put it in the shop. And that was from nothing, man. I'd never picked up a tool in my life for that kind of shit, you know what I mean. I didn't know what to do, and then boom, you know what I mean, within a month I made a steady wage all summer rebuilding bikes, you know what I mean, like shit. good wage. I don't even know why I stopped it, to be fair, more to focus with the music, but it was good money. It was really, really good money. I was making a couple grand a month, no worries, just out in my garden all summer, you know what I mean, sun blazing, tunes on, just fixing bikes. That's an idea. If someone's sitting there broke now, get on YouTube, man. Go and fix some motorbikes or some shit. Go and learn something. There's always something. And I guarantee that 16-year-old didn't know the shit he knows before he knew it, before he learned it. And he obviously learned it and applied it really fucking well, you know what I mean? And sometimes with things like that, it's good to have good connections, you know? It's good to have, oh, I know so-and-so, or my uncle's cousin's mum's knows, do you know what I mean? It always helps. But it's always good to utilise on that. And I was speaking to someone the other day and they told me they had a famous uncle, a famous cousin. I was like, bro, have you not got them to, like, share your videos? Oh, I've not really spoke to them for years and shit. I'm like, fucking speak to them then, bro. Like, what? Like, what, you mad? Like, you've got there's celebrity status right there. Do you know what I mean? That's I'm trying to remember what the word is. I hate that when I think of something and it's on the tip of my tongue. But pretty much like certified marketing or something it's called. It's basically like you get a celebrity to wear your t-shirt type thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, boom, everyone wants to wear your t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? That's something I'm working on at the moment as well. And what's it called? Can't think. I'm not even gonna waste time on the line. Fucking trying to think what it is. But it's pretty much, yeah, it's getting people to wear your shit or buy into your brand or share your stuff. But people with stats, for example, if I could get Stormzy to wear a Bear Jokes t-shirt, how many people are gonna cop a Bear Jokes t-shirt? How many people are going to buy into that? But how much is it going to cost me to get him to wear that in a video? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's a massive, massive way for marketing in a minute. I'm looking into it. I'm actually going to send you a t-shirt for one of your videos as well, actually. That'd be dope, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm going to send that still, bro. Just go on my website and let me know what one you want. I'll get that sent over for you, bro.
Okay.
No worries. But now,
I was going to say, excuses, man. In 2017, and it's been for longer than... Ever since like the YouTube thing, the blogs, everything, there's no room for excuses no more. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro.
You know,
Nah. And there's no time for it. There's no time for any of that shit. Like you can't make excuses for what? Like if there's excuses, you just I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm just like, what? I'd be confused if someone just makes excuses. I'm just like, what? Look at them with that stupid face, and you're like, what? Screwed up? Like, are you stupid? You know, like there are no excuses. There are no times. If there are excuses, then that's not what you want. That's what I was talking about earlier. The passion. If you're passionate about it, there are no excuses.
Yeah.
There are none. And this is why I work with these people, because there are no excuses. When it comes to studio time, they're there. When it comes to doing shit, 9 times out of 10, they're doing it. Sometimes they don't. It's cool. You let them ones go sometimes, you know what I mean? But they're doing shit. They're working away. They're not making excuses. And they're getting places and doing stuff. And their brands are making money and shit. That's exactly it. The people that are making excuses aren't making dough. Why? Because they're too busy wasting time making excuses. You can make a choice. You can make money or you can make excuses. As simple as that. That is it. Like, that's the bottom line. So how are you gonna get it? How are you gonna get it?
I've had people hit me up and say like they'll give a random excuse. Like say for example they said I can't make music because my city don't support me, or my city's too small or my town's so small. And I'll just go on Google. I'll type in how to do music in a small town. There's a blog post for you, bro. What are you saying now? I'm saying there's 10 solid tips and things you can do right there. What you can do now, bro? You still got that excuse? Oh yeah, but fuck out of here.
But how am I going to do that though? It's alright for everybody else to do that, but I can't do it like that. Why not? You know what I mean? Unless he's got some serious excuse, yeah. Then there is no. You can't be saying, yeah, I want to do this, and then but I can't because that's not a thing. That's not really a thing. I could have said that a few months ago. All right, you know what I mean? I went fully legit with everything, with the music and the brand. You know, times got hard. You know what I mean? Like it's one of them. But I didn't make excuses. I didn't say, yo, listen, I can't do this because of times are hard and I've got other shit to do, or I've got, do you know what I mean? I just kept doing, and then made times weren't so hard anymore because I didn't make excuses. I decided I wanted to make money instead, so I worked hard, you know what I mean? And it meant a lot. Even now, I can't even say like a lot of hard work. I still work hard non-stop, you know. It's not starting, stopping, find time for excuses to not do it. Like, nah, don't want to hear it. No, it's just one of them. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, people that make excuses just ain't gonna make it. Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm gonna make it, but in my mind, I have made it. I am self-sufficient from my music. I'm able to provide for my children from my music. I'm able. Do you know what I mean? I'm able to live a life through my music, plan holidays through my music, you know? All right, yeah, cool, I'm not in the top 40 charts. Who said I want to be? You know what I mean? I just want to be able to do my shit with my brand and get my music out there. So for me,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Like if it all stopped here, or not necessarily stopped, but if you stayed here, it'll have been worth it because you've been able to, you know?
I could say I did it. And I was in a position to be able to do it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know, I got bored of it or whatever, if that was the case, but I was able to say, yeah, I did, and this is how, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I couldn't stop now, do you know? It's addictive. 100%. It's one of them. It's once you start, you really can't stop, like, because you're just watching your numbers going up, and you're watching that PayPal bling, and you're watching shit going on, and it makes you feel good, man. It makes you feel good, like. So you go through that spell of nothing's working out, no one supports me type shit, but you don't use that as a reason to stop or an excuse to stop. Use that as an excuse to encourage you to do better and make better content for them to want to support you. If they see on your Facebook page, yo, listen, you ain't supporting me. I'm sure you've written something like this before, but like pretty much you ain't supporting me. But then, like that dickhead rapper done something as well. Like he's done something. Shout outs to the dickhead rapper. Bro, he cracks me up. Bro, I swear.
He's bringing out a video. I think it's this week coming now. He's bringing out a video on. I think it's like 5 reasons why I'm better than Tupac.
I'm waiting for him to drop a music video though, bro.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for him to drop a track. You know what I mean?
He's doing it all, bro. He's doing it.
Yeah.
He's got some. I'm working with him, man. So he's got some good shit in the pipeline, man. He's gonna crack. If you like what you see so far, oh man.
Alright, bro, he cracks me up, man. He's just funny, bro. You know what them ones just puts a bit of humour on your day, but you just watch it. But the thing is, yeah, it's right what you're saying, bro. Like that's how certain men are acting, bro. And it's like, like hey.
He's like, I'm fucking fire, bro. He's like,
yeah, I'm fucking fire.
Just saying, none of you rappers are on my level. And oh man, it's just that energy he's got for it. It's just because people are looking at him and they're like, I don't. Is he serious? Or you got some people who are like who haven't twigged on that he's playing a thing, and you got people on there going, oh man, this guy's a piece of shit. What's he stealing beats off YouTube and you know what I mean? Like,
well, that's it. He's doing his thing, innit? He's doing his thing. It's not long, bro. What was the t-shirts coming out and that? Do you know? Is he got the merch in it?
Oh, he's got everything coming. Everything.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be sick. That's sick. Can't wait for that, bro. It's gonna be mad, bro.
Yeah,
cracks me up.
I got a feeling it's gonna pick up big as well.
What?
I got a feeling it's gonna. One of them's gonna go because one of his videos, man, he dropped it and within like a week he had like 30,000 views. Like the videos he's dropped before that was like 100 and something, getting up to like 200 here and there. It was like 35,000. So I mean, and it's a video about him saying like, I don't buy no fucking beats. Producers should pay me. You got bad people in the comments just like, about stealing from the producers. You're disgusting. You're never gonna make it. All this shit.
Bro, he goes in though. That's it. Bro, too funny. But yeah, man, I can't wait for it to drop that. But anyway, back to that. That's in a sense what people ain't wanting to see how much no one's supporting you. People wanting you to give them something to support. If you know what I mean. So excuses. People don't support excuses, man. No one supports excuses. Like, yeah, you see people making excuses on Facebook. How many likes is that getting? None. You see someone put out something good. How much is that getting? Bare. That's exactly it. That sums it up right there. Like, you're gonna make excuses, or you're gonna make money. Do your thing, right? Like, back to that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, people just need to pull the socks up a little bit. But I'm not gonna say people, is to say like everybody. Like, the people that are saying that they want to do this but aren't doing enough about it. Them people. You know what I mean?
Intention's not enough, man. People live off intention, so they're like, yeah, one day I'm gonna, or I'm gonna do this and not do it. Their intention keeps it alive for them, so they'll be like, all this not doing anything is okay because soon, one day I'm gonna, you know what I mean? And people live off, they hold this attitude like they're doing something when they've just planned to do something. They haven't actually done it no more, so they carry this attitude like there's someone who's about here and on this shit. Well, no, you know what I mean? Just because you feel like you're gonna be it one day, you're not doing it right now. So, you know what I mean? Yeah,
that's 100% it, man. That's it. Ideas ain't gonna change futures. You know what I mean? Like, well, I suppose they do, but you have to do something with the idea. It's all good having an idea, but every idea is a good one. Like, I hear ideas, and like, I give people, for example, total different business venture to go on. But I was sorting out, someone was helping me get a clip for my GoPro camera, sending me a link to the best one to get so I could do it like from a first person perspective for a music video I got coming. So I was chatting to him, I was like, well, basically what he does and shit, and he does like this airsoft shooting stuff, and he's got loads of videos on his GoPro camera and that, and I'm like, raw, what are you doing with these videos? Like, he's got a YouTube channel. I'm like, raw, and he's actually got like videos and that, and I'm like, is this all monetized? Like, have you got a website or any of this stuff? Like, are you selling guns? Are you affiliate for any of this? And he's just sitting there looking up at me, say like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? I'm telling him all these ways that he can make money if he's doing, but he's already on it. He's already like going for all this content and that now, and getting all these new videos off his camera, and on about building a website and going around companies to work out, because he's going to start selling on the airsoft guns and that he could use, like these BB gun things, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool, actually. People should look into that airsoft, man. It's sick. I wish I could go, but I'm on like a firearms ban, so I can't even touch that shit. It's pretty fucked up. But yeah, so it's but anyway, like, basically, long story short, he's on about like revolving a business from that now, off of just what he was doing. It wasn't even an idea to start off with, you know what I mean? It was just what he does. Yeah. So generally speaking, it's just what you do. If you do some interesting shit, and it's not necessarily music, it might be anything, you know. You might be listening to this and you might fix cars, or you might, like, even like I was talking about earlier with the motorbikes. I wish I knew what I knew now then, because I would have a whole channel on fixing motorbikes. I would have a whole channel. Every job I did that summer, I would have videoed and taught people through and made a tutorial and blah blah blah. I would have done all that shit, but I didn't know what I knew now, so I just I wasted an opportunity, you know. And that's what a lot of people do, is they do waste opportunities, and try and look at the bigger picture rather than taking their baby steps and looking at it as like, right, this is an idea, let's just do something with it and start getting the ball rolling and learn some shit, what to do with this idea, market this idea, get paid for this idea. It's really simple as that, isn't it, boy? You know what I mean? Like,
that's simple.
But there's not enough people that are willing to sacrifice to do that, you know, because it does take sacrifice. You have to give up a lot of shit. There's no fancy nights out with your mates. There's none of that shit. You know, if you really want to do this, unless you're making fucking funny money already, then you're probably not even going to be listening to half the shit I'm saying anyway, because you're going to be like, well, I fucking made it anyway. Do you know what I mean? I don't listen to this guy. Do you know what I mean? So, like, unless you're in that position already, then you just got to constantly be on your thing, you know what I mean? You just got to constantly be at it, man. You know what I mean? You never know better. That's it. Man. Never know better.
It's been man, this is definitely one of my favourite episodes. We really got into some shit and touched on a whole bunch of bases, man.
Sick, G, sick, bro.
Yeah. I just want to thank you for coming through. Obviously, I know the audience is going to appreciate this. For anybody who wants to know about Jokes more, I'm going to put, so if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to put some links in the description. If you're watching live on Facebook, I'm going to put some links in the comments for you to go check out what he does. Everything he's talked, like, I know this guy. Everything he's told you, and like, he's a living testament to everything we've been talking about here. So, hey, recognize game, man. People out there, if you want to learn some stuff, this is a man to watch for sure.
Mad love, bro. Got you, bro. Much respect for that, G.
No doubt, bro. Thank you again, and to everyone who's been tuned in, we appreciate you listening in. I'm going to catch you next week, next Wednesday, as always. Peace.
Peace.